Alright everyone, today I'm going to do a quite heavy amount of praising while making foam come out of my mouth. There is no reason to lie about it, okay, because it's pretty clear. I'm addicted. I am straight up addicted. And it's not something super whack or weird or illegal. It's of course, it's just a video game. I mean, well, what else would it be? It's the only thing I talk about on this channel. The game in question though is of course the game you're currently looking at. Don't Starve Together. I have a long ass history with this game, alright? I haven't just been playing it for a couple of years. It's been over a decade since I first played it. This addiction started a long time ago. If I go to Steam, press my name in the right upper corner, go to account details, view purchase history, and scroll all the way down, I've bought way too much stuff on Steam. You see 3 games that I've talked endlessly about: Terraria, The Binding of Isaac, and Don't Starve. I bought Don't Starve on the 23rd of April in 2013, so yes, it has been over a decade since I first played this title, which is really wild to think about. And you wanna know the funny part? Don't Starve, like the original game, released on the 23rd of April in 2013. I didn't even know this, but I bought it on the day it came out. I mean, before that it was in early access, but I've been playing this series for a long while. And I mean, I literally have more proof. If you go to my Steam profile and just click on screenshots and then scroll all the way down, you have this gem. This was my first proper base I ever made in Don't Starve, and it looks like ass. It looks like crap, but you know what? I was proud of it. I survived 128 days in this screenshot, but trust me, it was around like 180. And you know how big of an accomplishment this was for 13-year-old me. I was damn proud that I made it this far. Like, ignore the fact that this whole base is skewed and things aren't placed symmetrically or tightly. It is a mess, alright, but again, I was proud and I loved it. This was my baby. So why am I bringing all of this up? Recently I started getting into Don't Starve again, like really getting into it again. Usually I have like a yearly phase where I start up a world with some friends and we have a goofy time, but about like a month or 2 in, we all start to trickle down. We would do everything, but usually after the Celestial Champion, which is like the final quote-unquote boss, we're just done. But this time, I don't know what it is, but I've been more hooked than usual. A month or so ago, I played the Island Adventure mod with a friend. In case you don't know, I feel like I need to explain this. There is Don't Starve, and then there is Don't Starve Together. Base Don't Starve was the game it started out as, but around 2015 or 2016, they released Don't Starve Together, which is a co-op version of Base Don't Starve. That's why they call it Together, because you play it together. But Base Don't Starve has an exclusive DLC called Shipwrecked that introduces a whole new world and playstyle to the game, and that DLC isn't available for DST, and the Island Adventure mod basically just makes Shipwrecked playable in Don't Starve Together. It's a little confusing, but this mod made a DLC in this game playable in Don't Starve Together. That's it. I survived about 400 days in it, and it was fun, but there's just a lack of things to do in Shipwrecked, and also I didn't know what to build anymore, so I just got kinda bored. So when we finished the Island Adventure world, the day after I went to Australia, and a week later, after setting everything up, I immediately started playing Don't Starve Together again with some friends, and again, I'm just hooked. I don't know what it is about this game. It's just really special to me. I made a whole chaotic video about it on my main channel about 3 or so years ago. So if you want to watch that, you can just look it up. But yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I just really like the vibe of everything. It's slow. It's wacky. It tackles risky things that other survival games usually struggle with, like base building. Base building in Raft was super slow and tedious. Base building in the forest was just bad and tedious. Base building in Minecraft is really fun, but the inventory management is absolutely atrocious. And base building in Terraria is also really fun, but it's a little too easy and simple for my liking. But Don't Starve has this nice balance where it's easy to make a simple, like pretty base, but if you want to do something special, you have to go out of your way to get specific structures or statues. Of course, some of the aspects of this game I think could be drastically improved, like farming black feathers, which you need to ride write down on signs. It's just a hassle to get them if you aren't playing Wickerbottom or Walter, but they have been making improvements over time to some of the more tedious aspects of the game. Also, it's kind of funny because if you've been watching me for a while, then you know that I'm in kind of a rough spot when it comes to survival games. I agree that almost every single one of them can be a lot of fun to play, but they are usually also really broken to the point of distraction. But Don't Starve, in hindsight, I don't really have that problem with it. There's probably like a heavy dose of nostalgia involved, but it works. It isn't super glitchy. You don't see things clip into each other the entire time. It looks clean. It looks nice. It's a pretty looking game, which I can't say about a lot of other survival games. I also like that every update they tackle has a specific theme. The most recent one, for example, added a bunch of skill trees to some characters, making them overall more useful and fun to play. But they also had an update where they added a whole pirate monkey island where you can get a bunch of new resources. They also had an entire update based on farming, reworking the entire system, and they really went in depth on how everything works. It's a chunky ass system. They also had an update adding an entire underground moon biome, and they even had a big Terraria crossover which introduced the Eye of Cthulhu as a boss, which can drop a pretty damn useful piece of armor. Also, now that I mentioned it, when I was making this video, they revealed that they were doing another collab, but this time it's with Cult of the Lamb, which is really cool. I like this a lot, and I'm super excited to see what they end up cooking up. And then, of course, you have the cherry on the top, the animated shorts. I absolutely adore these, man. They are so cute and charming. Every time they do like a big update, which is about every month or every other month if it's something even bigger, they make a little 1 minute or so trailer for showcasing the new content. And again, these are always just great. It's always really exciting to see what characters manage to get into the little like short trailer. And every time when I see my boy Weber appear, you sure know I'm gonna leave a comment in the comment section down below. That spider is in my banner, by the way. It's Weber from Don't Starve. Kind of a mid character to play, but he's funny. Look at him. He's goofy. So yeah, in conclusion, Don't Starve is the single greatest survival game ever created. In my opinion at least. And it's probably my third most played game of all time. I know on Steam it says about 650 hours right now, but that's not including base Don't Starve. If you combine these together, it's about 900 hours or so in total. My most played game is RuneScape, then you have TF2, and number 3, I think at least, is Don't Starve, unless I'm forgetting anything. But I feel like that in the coming years, maybe give it like 5 years tops, Don't Starve is gonna overtake TF2 and might even overtake RuneScape, because I don't really play a buttload of TF2 anymore, same with RuneScape. But Don't Starve is a game I come back to quite a bit because I really enjoy it. It's great. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just a little short review ramble, or whatever you want to call it. All I'm gonna say, okay, is play this game. It's good. Okay, bye-bye.